little intimidated. It's okay, I have a machine for that. This does not fit in here. I'm really proud of myself. Hello, and welcome to another episode of WTF ITF, or What the F is in the Fridge, where we play the game, what do I have and what can I make with it? I'm kind of hungry. It's ready for lunch. I don't think I had breakfast. Let's jump into the fridge and see what I got there. Did I really just say jump into the fridge? Let's go over to the fridge and see what I got there. Falafel, I'm not allowed to have those. Those are not for me. Ricotta cheese hummuses that I'm not allowed to have. Cookie dough, feta cheese, phyllo dough, gochujang, mushrooms, beer. Oh, we have some leftover taco meat that I made. Dessert that I'm also not allowed to have. Fermented garlic, scallions, and we have our door of condiments with some homemade mayo and then nothing else that sounds that appealing to me. Potatoes, farro, corn for popping, flour, garlic pasta for macaroni and cheese later. So we saw a lot of food that I am not allowed to have as part of this show this week. We have some leftover, okay, here's what we got. We got the leftover taco pork that I did for taco night several nights ago. So that does need to get eaten. We have a bunch of mushrooms and nobody else in this house except me likes mushrooms. So all of that says a fun filling. I think I'm gonna do a fresh pasta and then fill it with something. And maybe I'll learn how to make tortellini, maybe I'll make ravioli. That would be amazing. This is a super easy project and people should not be intimidated by it. Flour and eggs is all you need. The usual ratio I use for pasta is 2 cups of flour for 3 eggs. I want a little bit more richness to it, so I'm gonna add actually 1 extra egg yolk. And I know that every Italian grandmother, or professional, will say, do it on the counter and create a little well and then drop the eggs in the well and then slowly incorporate. But I don't want to get the whole counter full of flour, which I so often do. 3 eggs, and then, great, that's fine, perfect. So then you just mix it together, and I'm using a fork just to break up the yolks. And then let's use the best tools we got. All right, fine, those grandmothers are right, and those chefs are right. I'm gonna use the counter to knead this. That was it. That was all we gotta do. So now we wrap it, let it sit for maybe a half an hour or so. Fillings for pasta are anything you want. It's a great way to just be like, I like that, and put it in. So that's what I'm doing. I know I want some kind of meat because it's that kind of day. Shredded pork from tacos. Scallions, because why the hell not? Garlic, because why the hell not? It's gonna get soft and nice. And then mushrooms, it's not minced, but it's a small dice-ish. I have this fermented garlic, and it's probably on its way out, so I should really eat it. It doesn't cut quite as easily, so sometimes you have to smush it. That's kind of cool. Add the black garlic to it, and all of the ricotta that I have left. I'm gonna use up all of this feta. It doesn't really matter how big it is, it's all gonna basically melt together anyway. Oh look, there's a giant chunk. Oh my God. I'm gonna cook the scallions and the garlic and the mushrooms. Put a lid over it. Now we wait, but I'm kind of hungry, so it's snack time. If you like cookie dough as much as I do, the best way to eat it is squeeze where you want it to cut off. And then it comes right out. So happy right now. The mushrooms are as cooked as they're going to be, which is great. Into the bowl, all of this goes. And I'm gonna mix all of this stuff together now. I think warm it's gonna be really good. It is really good. It is really good. And there are lots of ways of rolling it out. I have definitely been known to use a rolling pin or a wine bottle. Cover the rest up. I love this pasta machine. I use it all the time. It has, as you can see, different settings. You start at the most wide and run it through the machine a couple times, and then you go to the next one. Run it through the machine a couple times, go to the next one, run it through the machine. There are lots of ways of rolling it out. I have definitely been known to use a rolling pin or a wine bottle. All right, I'm calling this done. You can see the little speckles in the countertop underneath the pasta super easily. You can see the color of my hand underneath the pasta super easily. That's what we're going for. I think I'm gonna try a tortellini. I've never done it before, and I think it'll be super cool. I know that you fold it in a fun way, so you'll watch me try for the first time. A square, really a diamond, but a square, fold it up so that it's a triangle, that would be a triangle, and then fold the bottom around. It's roughly a square. Just like the tacos, just like everything else, use less filling than you think you want because it makes it so much more difficult when you have too much filling. So I'm just gonna put a tiny amount right here. I'm just gonna moisten the edges here. Fold it over to make a little triangle. This is gonna be the less than perfect one. And then wrap and wrap. And we have our little tortellini that is actually humongous. So maybe the next one will be smaller. That taught me a lot. I could make them half the size. Less filling. Let me do this one like a little dumpling. So it barely reaches, squeeze. Oh, but this is much more the shape that I'm going for. Look at that. That's so exciting. And it'll stand up like that. Okay, great. So I'm gonna do the half sizes from now on. That's good to know. I'm just gonna put the filling in that one, close it up top. But with all of this, it goes faster every time you do it. Great, and then wrap it around. And voila, there we go. A couple huge ones, a couple not so big ones. Definitely the first one is the worst. And that's excellent because it means I improved. They're gonna take less than 3 minutes to cook each, I'm sure. I want them to heat all the way through. That's all the cooking that the filling really needs. And then I want the pasta to cook, so it's not gonna take very long. And let them drain on the spoon a little bit. Put some nice olive oil on it. Then we'll squeeze some lemon juice over it. Ground black pepper. Some lemon zest. That folded side is just so damn impressive looking. So here we are. Oh my God. Well, the first thing that hits you is the lemon from the lemon juice and the lemon rind. Then it's that porky, mushroomy, very warm, hearty umami. And you can feel, this is the coolest thing, you can feel the shredded pork and the little chunks of feta and mushroom in there next to the texture of the pasta. I'm always so hesitant to start one of these videos because I'm really hungry and not in a good mood. And then I end and I'm so happy. It doesn't need a crazy sauce. It's not dry at all. I think everyone should experiment in the kitchen. This is delicious. We found some great stuff in the fridge, some great leftovers. Combined it all, because I'm like, that's what I got. As a filling, it was great. And then this kind of pasta works for everything. I still have 3/4 of the pasta dough left to do fun stuff with. It's really good. It's really, really good. Anyway, sorry, I got really distracted by the food. If you liked this show, tune in again for another episode of WTF ITF, or What the is in the fridge. In the meantime, take a look at your fridge, your pantry, see what you got, and see what you can make with it.